teensy bit concerned. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad. I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, it's totally fine! Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you? I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse, you caught me. But in any case, it sounds like the...
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having...
There's no need to think like that. And no need to keep addressing me as lady. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but... everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she...
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sentence can bring...
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destined. People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from...
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, none of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can. It's agonizing. But ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than...
Oh.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell...
Yes, exactly.
Well, good thing I followed the Traveler here. After hearing this...
Furina?
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly but only if you feel this is something that would...
Oh, most definitely! We'll take any guidance that you can give.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that...
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director. Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. What about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them? An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before. And...
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues, then. You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Furina's All right, follow me.
I'll think about it.
Lady Furina?
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Furina will be supporting our These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying the little.
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front, trying to realize the protagonist of the story is a young Oceánid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down.
So far, so good. A classic tale.
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, we need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw...
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment.